For most of my life, I have never had to struggle with finding an effort or motivation to do whatever I needed to get done. What happened as a result of COVID-19 was that for an entire week, and in fact the whole month that followed, I sat about trying to think to myself how I was going to keep myself motivated, because I wasn't going to be able to do things hands-on anymore. There were no people coming into a salon for me to practice on. They weren't going to take any sort of credit for any work I did on mannequins. And the only credit I was going to get was through bookwork. And I remember watching the videos that they took for our learning and being so full of inspiration and so full of just creativity that I felt like I could burst. And even though I knew I wasn't going to get credit for it, I kind of figured that, you know what? Whatever is going to happen, I am going to do what I love doing. I'm not going to stop just because, I'm not going to get credit. That's kind of stupid when I thought about it more. And so I created some things. I did some online learning and learned that you can wrap a perm around a rod after it had already been set with some rubber bands so that, the curls weren't all uniform. I did some blonding. I really needed to keep those skills fresh, and so I bought a doll off of Amazon that I could then use to do so, and then I colored her. And she was rainbow and beautiful. And that doll is actually this doll here. And I don't know if you can see, but that's like two different kinds of purple that are showing in the hair. And in this one, I've actually used the same kind of, as I showed in the first picture, that irregular perm set, and I did the perm rods on her. And then I bought another doll and was like, hey, what if I put forks in the hair? What's that gonna do? What's that process gonna be like? How are the curls gonna look? Is it something that I would want to try in the salon? And I wasn't necessarily a big fan of it. It ended up being super frizzy at the ends because the curls were tighter at the ends and looser towards the roots, but it was still a fun experience. And then, of course, I also did some braids using yarn, which I thought was pretty cool as well. I mean, I got to search the My Lady textbook and just go through it, trying to figure out ways of keeping my skills sharp and learn new things as well. And really, that's what Courage to Dream means to me, is that you have fears. You have things in your life that you have to overcome, and you go about it anyway. You know and acknowledge that fear that you have within yourself, but you're not going to let it have the last say.